Hey guys, what's going on? It's Cole. I'm back for another video. So this one actually isn't an update video. This one is actually basically advice on coming out in the workplace as per a request that I had in the comments. So coming out in the workplace. Now, my advice is just from my personal experience and what I would do if I were in the position in a new workplace, for example. So first of all, we'll start off if you're in a workplace where you've worked there for a little bit of time. You're not brand new, you know all the characters and everything, and you're ready to come out. So what I did, so I was in that exact position. So I knew everyone quite well, I got on with them very well, so that that helps the situation for me. But one of the first things to do would be to talk to management. So for me, as I say, as long as the higher sort of level of people know, then if there is any bullying, harassment, etc., they're more likely to be able to deal with it unless they're the ones that are bullying themselves. And if they are, then just remember, it's just a job. You can move on, you can find another one. But yeah, first step, tell management. In fact, no, first step before that is be more comfortable with yourself. So make sure that you're just like, you're fully ready to come out and tell people this, because especially if you're very early into your transition or into your becoming aware and accepting yourself as a trans person, it's very important to make sure that you're definitely just comfortable with that identity and that you're ready to tell people that. So yeah, as I say, so that, then tell management. Let's just sort of find out what the protocol is when it comes to any appointments that you'll need or any days off that you'll need for that. And get yourself an ally. So anybody that you particularly get on well with in work, obviously they're likely to be a similar character to you, so hopefully they're more likely to be open-minded. And so what I did was I told somebody that was close to me in work, and we'd had sort of discussions on the LGBT plus community before, and they seemed to have no issue with that at all. So I knew that I'd be in pretty safe waters to be able to tell them that. So that's what I did. So I'll admit I did get lucky in my workplace. Everybody is extremely open-minded in the place that I work, so it's just, it's pretty, everyone was like, okay, asked a few questions if they were interested, not even intrusive ones, just standard ones, and then that was it. So yeah, I'll admit I did get lucky, but as I say, so test the waters with your ally, and just find out, just like how they think other people will react, and go from there. If you haven't got an ally, then just sort of test the waters with your colleagues around you, just sort of, if any sort of conversation that you guys are having leads towards anything to do with LGBT plus people, try and introduce that into the conversation, see how they all react, watch each one, whoever seems sort of the most open-minded, or even somebody that's quiet. If everybody has an issue with it, the one that's quiet is quite likely to be thinking, I don't have an issue, but I don't want to say this because everybody else is against it. So it's just small things like that. Just make sure that you've got somebody on your side before you tell the whole lot of all of the stuff. Sorry about that, guys. Video just cut out halfway, but hopefully it will continue on from here. So as I say, make sure you brace yourself and prepare yourself for any questions that are likely or could come across as quite ignorant or offend you, because especially if people have only just met a trans person and they don't know the right things or wrong things to say and what would be deemed as an intrusive question. Just prepare yourself to educate people rather than get frustrated with them, along with the misgendering, along with the birth naming. Those sort of things will happen. So it's just a thing of bracing yourself and getting yourself ready for any replies or answers to questions that could be fired at you. Okay, so next, if you're in a new workplace, you've only just come into the place, which is a position I haven't been in quite yet. If I were you, I would first, once again, tell management. Second, look into because some workplaces have like LGBT plus sort of groups, or just find anybody that is of that community if you can, and hopefully try and talk to them, provided that you sort of, once again, just get a sort of measure on what their character is and how they are as a person, provided that you feel that you'll click with them and that they'll be okay with it. And once again, just get yourself an ally that way. So yeah, find somebody that's already part of the community, or somebody that, once again, you sort of, on your first day, you get on well with, you understand each other on that sort of first impression basis. It depends on if you want to be stealth, or if you'd like to just come out and say it, or if you'd like people to get to know you first. If I were to go into a new workplace, I'd first get a feeling of the group of the staff. Then I just let them get to know me. Like if I feel a bit apprehensive about coming out and telling them, then I get them to get to know me first, just so that I'm not labelled as the trans one. I'm Cole, who also happens to be trans. You see what I mean? So it's just a thing of, yeah, just understanding what sort of scenario and what sort of situation you're in, and then acting from there. So that's sort of the main basis. Just get yourself an ally, definitely. Make sure that you're comfortable with yourself, and make sure that you tell management so that they can deal with any problems that may arise in the future. So I hope that's been helpful for you. If you have any questions or queries, or have anything to even add to this, then just feel free to comment below. And as I say, just remember, if anything goes wrong whilst you're coming out in a job, it is just a job. You can always get another one. Yes, it's easier said than done in that sense, but just remember, it's not something that you're stuck in and that you're forced to have to be in. You can find another one. So yeah, wish you all the best with anyone that's coming out to work, and I'll see you probably on my 4-month update, which is I think it's next week. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys soon, alright? Peace.